Gi-Hun's Squid Game replacement suddenly makes perfect sense ahead of Season 3. We all hoped that Gi-Hun would take down the games from the inside in Squid Game, but I think I see exactly how another character will achieve this in Season 3 instead. Following the events of Squid Game Season 1, a prominent theory suggested that Gi-Hun would become one of the pink guards in Season 2 in order to sabotage the brutal contest, but this isn't how things went down. Instead, Gi-Hun re-entered as player 456 and did his best to lead his fellow competitors in a rebellion against the front man and guards. Of course, he was unsuccessful. The ending of Squid Game Season 2 saw Gi-Hun come so close to reaching the front man's control center. However, he was sabotaged by the man himself, who had been disguised as player 001. The trailer for Squid Game Season 3 reveals that Gi-Hun will be released back into the player dorm, where he will be expected to continue on with the competition. The idea that this Squid Game protagonist will be successful in taking down the games seems unlikely at this point. However, further hints in the Squid Game Season 3 trailer suggest who will take Gi-Hun's place as the hero. Gi-Hun's baby will probably inspire Kang Noel to take down the games. The Squid Game Season 3 trailer hints that Gi-Hun's baby will be born. Though Gi-Hun didn't enter the games as a guard in Squid Game, Season 2 did introduce a guard character who could potentially take the contest down from the inside. Kang Noel is a North Korean defector who became a guard, hoping that it would provide her the funds to retrieve her daughter, whom she was forced to leave behind as an infant. Noel is our first sympathetic guard character, which is what inspired further theories that she would replace Gi-Hun as Squid Game's hero. Now, the trailer for Season 3 has revealed precisely how this could happen. During the final moments of the Squid Game Season 3 trailer, the sound of a baby crying can be heard. This implies that Gi-Hun, who was pregnant during the events of Season 2, will give birth to her baby in the coming episodes. Precisely how a newborn will impact the games is unclear, but it seems unlikely that the front man would call things off just because a competitor gave birth. After all, they allowed Gi-Hun to participate knowing she was pregnant. The life of a baby obviously doesn't matter to them, but Noel is guaranteed to see things differently. Squid Game Season 2 spent a lot of time showing us Noel's compassion. She has a soft spot for children and grew attached to the sick daughter of one of Squid Game Season 2's players, Park Jae-Young-sok. Noel's primary goal is to be reunited with her daughter, so seeing another mother and child in the games is sure to stir up some emotions. If Gi-Hun's baby is born in Squid Game Season 3, Noel is almost guaranteed to at least attempt to save the day. Noel can do what we all hoped Gi-Hun would in Squid Game Season 3. Gi-Hun is unlikely to be the hero in the end. I was a bit disappointed when I saw that Gi-Hun wouldn't infiltrate the games as a guard in Squid Game Season 2. This seemed like the perfect course of action, so I was surprised that he chose to be a player again. Really, it's no big shock that Gi-Hun's uprising came to very little in Season 2. There's far too much attention on his character for him to strike the event hard without anyone stopping him first. Noel, on the other hand, is all set up to do what I had hoped for Gi-Hun going into Squid Game Season 3. Noel is fairly anonymous as one of the masked guards in Squid Game. We don't even know if she was one of the fighters at the end of Season 2 or precisely where she wound up in all the chaos. Surely, as the VIPs arrive for the event's final rounds, Noel will be in a prime position to hit the front man and his patrons where it hurts. The big problem here is motivation. Noel needs to care about something more than her own goals, or she won't stick her neck out to save the day. Gi-Hun's baby will be just the thing in Squid Game's